Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 20th annual Night with the Stars. Give a huge round of applause for CHP and for this wonderful event that we have here this evening. My name is Matt Haney. I am the supervisor of District 6. I have the privilege of representing a lot of the CHP buildings. Today is also my birthday, I'm really excited to be able to celebrate this with all of you. And also, this is my 100th day in office. I want to give a special shout out to my predecessor who's here, Supervisor Jane Kim. You'll give her a round of applause. She did not tell me it was going to be this hard. But one of the things that I've learned in my first 100 days is how hard it is what you all do every day. Building affordable housing, supportive housing, navigation centers for people who are experiencing homelessness is one of the most challenging things that we can do as a city. There's a lot of fear, there's a lot of misinformation, there's a lot of ignorance, but it is the most important thing that we can be doing as a city. And there's a couple reasons for that. First, and I know that you all agree with this, there is no doubt that in the city of San Francisco, we have to hold the line on the very important principle that housing for every single human being is required and necessary, and we have to provide it for everybody in our city. And the other reason why what you do is so important is because the people who live in CHP's buildings are some of the most wonderful, dynamic, talented people that you can imagine. I live just a couple blocks on each side from CHP buildings. Every time I walk by the Senator on Ellis, I get to chat with folks in front of my building. They enrich our community, and we're so blessed and lucky to have them here in San Francisco. And the last thing I want to say before I introduce Gail is that the residents of CHP are also changing our city for the better. Every time I go on the steps of City Hall, I see residents of CHP demonstrating, having press conferences, and making sure that we are changing our policies so that we truly reflect the rights and dignity of every single person in our city. So I want to thank all of you for your support. On behalf of District 6 and our residents, I want to thank you. Now, there's a reason why CHP is so successful in doing that. It's because of the residents, it's because of all of the staff, the board members, but it's also because of your executive director, Gail Gilman. Gail is somebody who is known across our city as a true leader on this most critical challenge that we face. When she speaks, people listen. When she wants to get something done, it happens. And she is respected not just here in our city, but across the entire country. I know many of you may know this, that she's going to be moving on, but I have no doubt that she's going to continue to contribute in such remarkable ways to the mission of this organization in whatever she continues to do. So to my friend, to your friend, to someone who has contributed so substantially to this organization and to the lives of countless people in our city, please give a huge round of applause for still the executive director of CHP, Gail Gilman.
I'm not as tall as the supervisor, so you got to give me a second here. Thank you, Supervisor Haney, so much, and thank you all for joining us on our 20th anniversary of Night with the Stars. My remarks will be brief, because the other thing people know about me is I like to mingle, I like good food and a nice glass of wine, so I'm not going to try to keep you from any of that here tonight. But what I do want to say is, as someone who's been part of this event for the last 17 years, it is such joy in my heart that I get to celebrate the 20th with you. And while I will not be with you next year, I will be in this audience cheering on the residents, staff, board of directors, and all of you as investors and patrons of Community Housing Partnership, an organization that will always be in my heart. So again, thank you for joining us. Tonight, though, as you know, and as it's always been for the last 17 years, is about our residents and what they've accomplished. And tonight, in a minute, we're going to invite the 4 performers up on the stage because we have certificates of honors issued by Assessor Recorder Carmen Chu, who unfortunately couldn't be here this evening, but who's also a big supporter of this event. Before we do that, though, I just want to echo something that Supervisor Haney said. We're at a crossroads here in San Francisco. We are at a rebirth of the city. I just most recently reread Season of the Witch, which walks us through the many times San Francisco has reinvented itself, from its Barbary Coast days to its more provincial time when immigrant communities, mostly Catholic, sort of ruled the city, to the Summer of Love, to the influx of a Mecca for LGBT refugees from across this country who came here for freedom and joy. And to me, we're at that crossroad again. And Community Housing Partnership, with our 17 properties, with our navigation center, and particularly with our fight from a public policy perspective to ensure that those 7,000 individuals tonight who are living in shelter, living on our streets, living in cars, living doubled up in apartments, one day have a home of their own is what makes us special. And your investments is what makes it possible. So I actually want to give you a round of applause for standing up and saying that San Francisco should be an inclusive city where we have everyone here, and we have particularly our artists, our neighborhood eccentrics. I live in North Beach, one of the most classic communities in San Francisco that embraces everyone. And that's been a spirit of Community Housing Partnership always. I want our residents to hang out on the sidewalks and make the Tenderloin richer. So thank you for embracing an organization that pushes the envelope sometimes to keep San Francisco its unique, kind of funky self. And I just want to thank you for being here tonight. So very briefly, it's a little photo op, and then you get to eat and drink again. We'd like to invite our 4 performers up on the stage. We have certificates of honor for you. We're going to do a little group photo.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I don't know who anyone is, so you figure it out.
I'm Jessica.
Well, I have not met anyone. That's yours.
Carla.
I'm Jessica.
No, that's her. That's Molly.
Thank you.
Paul, come up.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we're all going to squeeze in. Supervisor's in the middle. And we're going to squeeze, and we're going to do a group shoot. Okay, I'm not going to step on your dress. Come on. We got to get close like we really like each other.
All right.
Community Housing.
Oh, we do.
And roll Thank you, everyone. Please enjoy more food and drink. And you're to hear 3 of these performers and our success story later this evening. Thank you. Wait. Matt, come back. I screwed up. Shh. Hey, I forgot one thing. I think we should sing this gentleman happy birthday. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Leonard. Happy birthday to you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Sid Espinoza. As was mentioned, I am here representing LinkedIn and Microsoft. I'm the Director of Philanthropy at Microsoft, and we are a proud signature sponsor this year of the 20th anniversary of A Night with the Stars. I'm here with my colleague, Katie Farrick, and we were just chatting with somebody, and they said, so why is Microsoft, why are you here? Like, what are you doing? And the answer is really twofold. At the meta level, we understand the criticality of this issue. Over the last year, we've invested over $500 million in affordable housing and homelessness programs across the country, and we will continue that commitment to that work. And I would just point out that we're not headquartered in San Francisco, and I put that as a challenge to some of the companies that are. But more importantly, we are here, again, as a sponsor because we believe in the incredible work of CHP. If this is your first time here, you are in for a treat. We are going to have some amazing performances here shared on stage, but more importantly, we're here to celebrate the lives of thousands of people who have been changed, improved, transformed through the work of Community Housing Partnership. We're also here to make sure that we continue that support. So I encourage you all to think about how you can dig a little bit deeper tonight and continue to support this work. As you all know, housing and homelessness in San Francisco is front and center. And it is not the most pressing issue because it's in the news more, and it's not the most pressing issue because people want it to go away. It's the most pressing issue because our neighbors, our community, is struggling, and they need our help, and they need our support, and they deserve that. Frankly, it's good that the whole city is focused on this issue because it's an opportunity. This is a chance for all of us to recognize what's working and to support that and grow and empower that work. And the work of CHP is what's working. This program is having major positive impacts in San Francisco today. So I thank you for joining us here tonight. I'm telling you, you're in for a treat. And now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce my friend and favorite Bay Area anchorman from KTVU and returning A Night with the Stars MC, Dave Clark.
Sid, thank you, and thank you all. It's good to see you. You look better in person. You really do. It is a pleasure to be here, and it's good to be in such a great, intimate, wonderful environment, and the performers will be terrific. It seems like I haven't been here for this event in a while. It's good to be here for the 20th annual event for CHP. I've seen lives transform and change. And I'm a good cheerleader for those great things. We have the Resident Talent Show that you will see in a moment, a dynamic artist showcase to show you, and we will truly celebrate this great community. We're showcasing 6 very talented performers, inspiring residents of Community Housing Partnership, people who know and have lived homelessness and bounced back. Today they have stable lives, bright futures after Community Housing Partnership gave them a support system and a safe place to call home. Now, for this 20th annual Night with the Stars, we're going to showcase a wide variety of artistic talents for the very first time, along with three incredible live performances. I hope you get to enjoy some original art in that corner and meet the residents behind those 2 artists showcase. I want to take a moment. I want to acknowledge, yes, I'm talking about you. Jessica Haley Breimer. Jessica, where are you? Right there. And Paul Finn. Paul Finn, where are you? Yeah. Paul, I knew you'd make yourself known. They're each showcasing their original art this evening. Jessica and Paul both happen to be residents of Community Housing Partnership's Essex Hotel. They have stabilized their lives, and they have found a new passion for creating after overcoming their own experiences with homelessness. Would you just give them a hand? Jessica and Paul. David Elliott, the man with the hat, I'm always glad to see you. I've known and feel like I've known David for a long time. I'm very proud of him. I'm good to see my brother, Steve Baldry, a member of the board. Always good to see Steve. And there's a lady right over there who happens to be my wife, Lucretia Coleman. Would you just wave? Yeah. Okay. Before I go any further, did you like the food tonight? The food drove my mouth out of its mind. And those cookies back there, get them before I do. I'm not kidding. Now, I need the voices to back down just a tad in the back because we're getting ready to dive into the program. A couple of quick things, and we're going to roll and we're going to be on time for what we have to do. Again, voices come down some in the back. First, if you're going to be taking some selfies, which I hope you do, because I'm going to take some with you as a matter of fact. If you're going to post, if you're going to tweet, if you're gramming tonight, Instagramming, make sure you use the hashtag ANWTS to share on this evening. I'm going to say it again, the hashtag ANWTS, and then post the heck out of it, okay? Of course, everybody here is supporting Community Housing Partnership and the great work they're doing for changing lives of those who've been touched by homelessness. So look, we invite you at any point tonight. You don't have to ask permission. Show your support by texting to HOME20, HOME20 to 44321. Text HOME20 to 44321. You can make a contribution, you can do it directly, and you can fuel some life-changing services to help our neighbors in need. And finally, I just want to acknowledge the incredible sponsors for their support for tonight who made being in this beautiful space so possible. So to our sponsors, would you give them a round of applause? Oh yeah, we really do appreciate them. All right, our first performance tonight. Now again, to the gentleman in the back, see, I personally go out and I point to people. Gentlemen, ladies in the corner. Hi there. Yeah, hi. Keep it down. Just a moment. We're going to start the performances now. The first performer for this evening was originally born in Paris, France, not Paris, Georgia, but spent most of her upbringing in a musical family in Humboldt County. She experienced homelessness for 5 years. In 2016, she found a new home and support at Community Housing Partnership at the Senator Hotel. Yeah. Today, she immerses herself in everything creative, from photography to sewing to mixed media art, and of course, to music, performing her own original song, a song called "Don't Try to Trick or Treat." Very talented singer and songwriter, Elodie Moffray. Elodie.
Hello? Oh, there we go. Hi, my name's Elodie. I wrote this song when I didn't have a guitar and I was homeless. So I just kind of thought about the lyrics and stuff and wrote them down. And then later I put music to it, and it's about kind of when you're homeless, we're out there, there's kind of two types of people. There's tricks and there's treats, and this is kind of coming from the treat point of view. And with a little bit of another song in the beginning called the elf song, so it's kind of, don't try to trick an elf, I don't know. But, okay. A nightmare you can't come up from, a gray day my eyes surrounds. The stagnant fog of a dead cat's carcass creates the sound of a ruckus. Eating myself alive, 'cause the parasites won't fly. Sting the tide from a cultural cry, an everlasting lie. If I did something wrong, I'm sorry was blurred. It won't be long till you see it's absurd. Strangled by my own vomit, tangled and can't commit to this life of destruction and lacking construction. I'm melting my brains in the devil's corruption. A binary hell smells of booze on my blouse. Elves of all gone's magic bells make no sound. Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. Trick or treat, smell defeat, I got something good to eat. Happy anniversary, you say. You're doing me instead of doing time. I get you up, I get you off, still nothing works again today. But I exist tonight while you're committed to the crime. Trick yourself for nobody to lay. For me, I treat myself and lay down another rhyme. The right kind of makeup and make up what's right. Another fight to make up and a make up tonight. Right kind of makeup and a make out what's right. Another fight we make up and a make out tonight. I need small token, no you're not fake. 'Cause I love just spoken and keeping us from making up the shit that you've been spoken's what's been skating. All the talking and focus keeping us from making up. So I try to blame the moon for the cause of all my doom. I guess it's never too soon to the fire of final ruin. Decaying sights of a fantasy land, forgotten rights of a grasp of a hand. The queen has found a crown, so time to get on to town. This life of destruction and lack of construction, I'm melting my brains in a devil's corruption. A binary hell smells of booze on my blouse. Elves have all gone, magic bells make no sound. Right kind of makeup and make up what's right. Another fight you make up and a make out tonight. Right kind of makeup and a make out alright. Another fight you make up and a make out tonight. You told me I'm to blame. I'm too bold, but you know you're the shame. When you hold me it's not the same. You're so damn cold when you came. So I fold and call this game. You've gone and sold me out. You've gone and sold you out. You've gone and sold us out and never got no fame. You tricked broke the mold when I face you frame. The way you trick is getting old when you don't even know how to call my name. Don't believe the fables that they've told. The more you try to listen, the truth will surely unfold. The elves will just mock you, the trees will just block you, the lightning will shock you, the thunder will knock you, the elves will just lock you, the pixies will talk to you, but goblins who got you. Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. Trick or treat, smell defeat, I am something good to eat. Right kind of makeup and make up what's right. Another fight you make up and a make up tonight. Right kind of makeup and a make out what's right. Another fight we make up and a make out tonight. Right kind of makeup and a make it alright. Another fight I make up and a make it tonight. Sorry.
Oh, one more time for Elodie Mafrain. You know, since there's only you and me here, there's one thing I really have to do, and don't tell anybody I'm doing this. I have to take a selfie. So over here, grin. Wait a minute. Wait, here you go. Now I need the people in the middle here. Wait a minute. You're in the middle, wave. Let me get the folks over here. Let's go. Good. Well, they won't believe I know you if I don't do it. Okay. Now, once again, I need the folks over in the corner to just keep your voices down. Our second performer of the night. Again, voices down just a bit. Second performer, another very talented singer-songwriter, first came to Community Housing Partnership at the Essex Hotel in 2012. Living without stable housing, between 15 and 24 years old, but finding new stability under the roof of very supportive housing. He has rediscovered a passion for music and the guitar he once had at 15 years old. And today, he maintains his own YouTube channel. He's learning to formally read music with the help of his resident services counselor, Raphael. You may recognize him. You may have seen this young man playing outside of the Powell Street BART station. Tonight he's performing his original song, Marlena. Would you please welcome, I'm not kidding, his name is Bo Brady. Bo!
Hello. Hello, how's everybody doing? All right, I'm going to play a song for you called Marlena. Marlena is the name of a young lady that asked me to write a song for her, and I didn't know anything about her, so I asked her to send me some details about herself, and so she sent me some details, and I took those and turned it into a song, and it goes something like this. Marlena, she takes to the sky. She opens her wings and shows me how to fly. Marlena, she was sent here to open your eyes. See her walking down the street. She's an angel in disguise. She always liked the simple things in life, the flying grass over the streets, hoping a romantic type would come by and sweep her off her feet. We only wanted the simple things in life, Then we grow up to find how hard simple could be. All we wanted was the simple things in life. Then we grow up to find how hard simple could be. Marlena, thank you.
Bo Brady, thank you. Marlena must have been a heck of a woman. Thank you, Bo. Talented people, talented performers. And now I want to introduce you to a success story. Got a great big family right there surrounding her with love. Before we move to our last musical performance, I want to acknowledge the strength and the resilience of people who are here tonight who've been through things. They know things, and they've overcome circumstances that no one really imagines themselves in. And they're here tonight, they're thriving thanks to supportive housing, which you support. And we say thank you. This is a change that can happen when we work together. That's why I'm excited to introduce a very beautiful lady. You've probably seen her walking around, but she's an incredible lady. Her name is Molly Yulio Ufau, who's going to share her story. Molly.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Molly Yulia Ufau, and I am a mother, a grandmother, and a homeowner, and also a former resident of Community Housing Partnership. I was born in Samoa. I came to America when I was 10 years old. Or should I say, my father and mother brought us to America for a better life. I had grown up on welfare, living in Hunters Point, Bay Area. But I always knew if I have children, I promised myself a better life for them and for me. For more than 16 years, I have worked in odd jobs here and there, multiple sometimes, just to provide a better, stable home for my kids. I worked hard and never had a problem with my rent or housing. But in 1995, after living in Hawaii and decided to come back to California in search of a better life for my family, I struggled to find a place of my own. I did my best to take care of my 5 children, which they're all here. I'm proud of them as they're proud of myself. 5 children, and tried to stay strong for them while we bounced around, and we did. From friends to family, families to friends. Without any permanent place to live for several years, it was extremely hard for me and unstable for my family. I began to be very depressed about it. I had put myself on a waiting list for San Francisco Housing Authority. but hadn't heard anything from them. And then one day out of the blue, in 2003, I received a notification in the mail saying that Community Housing Partnership had a 4-bedroom home waiting for me and my children on Treasure Island. I actually just so happened to receive 2 offers on the same day, one elsewhere in San Francisco, I believe it was in Sunnydale, and one for Island Bay Home in Treasure Island. So as you know, I choose Treasure Island. But hearing about the Safe Gateway community with Community Housing Partnership, I knew that will be the best place for my family. When we finally came to Community Housing Partnership, I was very happy. My kids were happy. We finally had a place to call our own. Island Bay Home became our home. It's full of other families like ours. And these people became my family. Our kids went to school together, and there was a true sense of community and support. I also got to know the resident services staff, which Miss Amanda is here. And then also Melanie and the staff helped me helped me throughout the whole thing. When we first arrived at the Island Bay Home in Treasure Island, we attended a lot of functions. They have parties, Halloween, we have a welcoming committee, and also I was once a board member, a secretary for the CHP in Treasure Island. My kids signed up for the after-school program, and we spent many holiday and season on the Island Bay with the Community Housing Partnership. Community Housing Partnership has given me and my kids a chance to have a stable life. Now I can focus on bigger things. I've always tried to be financially responsible and teach that to my kids too. My goal in life is to make sure my children are always taken care of, to make sure they have a home. And one of my goals was always to be able to buy a place of my own. With working hard and having stability while living in Community Housing Partnership, my middle child, Liliani, and I were able to save up to buy a home, our own home. I can't afford a home in San Francisco, but we bought our own home in Sacramento. It's been 2 years since we became homeowner, and we really did it. It has 4 bedrooms, a swimming pool, and 2-car garage. A little to brag about. There is a great feeling when we can truly call something our own. I tear up even now talking about it because it was a blessing to be able to get that. Every time we go home to our house in Sacramento, we just sit and look around and smile and cry at the same time because it's something we did it. My 2 youngest kids were still both in their late teens, so they stayed, and we were able to stay on the island and move them to a smaller 2-bedroom unit so they could go to school and work and not be at a risk of homelessness in San Francisco. So I remain connected to the amazing Community Housing Partnership even now. Today, there's still the sense of security knowing that my family is there and being taken care of. I thank the Community Housing Partnership for everything they have done, to give me the stable housing and reaching my goal. I am so proud of my success and everything my family and I have accomplished. My kids have graduated high school with honor. My kids and 2 of my kids are in college, and 1 will be graduating in honor in May 24th. And they're pursuing their career, one of them in criminal justice, and the other one, he's still thinking. And the rest are starting their own families. I have 2 grandsons and 1 more on the way. I have a home, I have a life. I may not be rich, but I have a very rich life. Thank you again for all your support.
And let's hear, hey kids, Molly's kids, would you just stand up so we can see who you are? See what you did? Your support did it, and it's doing even more. So congratulations, Molly, going from homelessness to homeowner. And I gotta tell you, I was listening to Molly. I remember as a newsman back in the 1970s on the East Coast, I was working on a story on homelessness and testimony before lawmakers. And to this day, I still remember a homeless man testifying, saying, "Do you know you can't get anything without an address?" That's simple. You can't get a phone, you can't get a job, you can't get this, that, and it didn't hit me until later. You can't get anything without an address. And I'll never forget that. So congratulations, Molly. Congratulations, family. You know, our last performer tonight also has had a powerful transformation after she moved into Community Housing Partnership's family-focused supportive housing property, the Arnett Watson Apartments. It happened in 2016. She's a mother of 6. She's made an incredible 180 from over 13 years of being homeless on Market Street to living stable and thriving today. She grew up passionate about singing, about acting, and every chance she could take to be on stage to perform, she tried to take it. But she has not sung publicly for more than 20 years. But she's going to do it for you. Taking the stage tonight, for the first time in 2 decades, singing Luther Vandross's song, Dance with My Father, the wonderful Judaporn Chalochi.
Good evening. It is such an honor for me to be here tonight. My name is Judaporn Chalochi, and I'm with the Arnett Watson Apartment with CHP. Tonight, I want to dedicate my performance to 3 special people: Zane Burton, Tom Waddell Health Center; Jeff Adachi, our beloved public defender; and lastly, my father, Sanam Chalochi. I know that he's with me here tonight because I have my mother and my son, Damon, here in the audience. Tonight, I want to start my performance with an original piece I wrote called the B Street Edition. Oh, Bennett, my Bennett, could this really be? I still loving you and you still loving me? Or is this a mere vision of my fantasy? So much drama comes when you love someone and they live so far away and they're cute and sexy too. It's been almost 20 years since I last saw you. 20 years from drug addiction and homelessness too. Oh, Bennett, my Bennett, what am I to do? I say this now, I say this to you. You are my dream come true. You know you're in love. 'Cause it makes you do crazy things, doesn't it? Back when I was a child, before life removed all the innocent, my father would lift me high and dance with my mother and me, and then spin me around till I fell asleep. Then up the stairs he would carry me, and I knew for sure I was loved. If I could get another chance, another walk, another dance with him, I'd play a song that could never ever end. 'Cause I love, love, love to dance with my father again. Ooh. When I and my mother would disagree, to get my way I would run from her to him. He'd make me laugh just to comfort me, yeah, yeah. Then finally make me do just what my mama said. Later that night when I was asleep, she left $1 under my sheet, and never dreamed that he would be gone from me. If I could steal one final glance, one final step, one final dance with him, I'd play a song that could never ever end. 'Cause I love, love, love to dance with my father again. Sometimes I listen outside the door, and I hear how my mama cried for him. I pray for her even more than me. I pray for her even more than me. I know I'm praying for much too much, but could you send back the only man she loves? I know you don't do it usually, but dear Lord, she's dying to dance with my father again. Every night I fall asleep, and this is all I ever dream. Thank you so much. Kapun ka.
Oh, come on, give us some more. One more time for Jutop-Horn. That song is always good. Always good. Thank you, Jutop-Horn. I'm sure you're feeling it, and you feel moved by what you heard and what you saw by some very inspiring people tonight. It's a testament, a testimony to the power of supportive housing. It gives us hope for building a brighter tomorrow. It can actually be done to change the way all San Franciscans in need, regardless of what their situation is, they can be helped. So Elodie, Bo, Molly, Jutop-Horn, Jessica, and Paul, way to go. They are just a handful of thousands of people who've experienced homelessness. And through supportive housing with Community Housing Partnership, they've stabilized their lives and they're thriving. And we salute them. Now, when you leave here tonight, I'm sure you'll still feel the pain, the frustration. There are things you'll see right outside those windows, people living on the streets. And it's hard to know how to really make a difference, but together, believe it or not, we can change lives. Whether you do what you do, whether I do what I do on television, it can be done together to change lives, rebuild neighborhoods, and a city that we can all love. The need is still great, and we need your support tonight. So please, if you can do this, take out your cell phone. You know where it is. It's really close. I need you to, I need you to make an impact tonight by texting HOME 20 to 44321. Our goal tonight, it should be pretty simple, $25,000. I know we can get the support. You can donate by credit card, you can use Apple Pay or Google Pay, you can even drop by the Make an Impact donation station. It's to my right there. The ladies are there. You can drop off cash, you can drop off a check. All donations are tax deductible. It'll go towards helping to keep people off the streets and in a home tonight. We also have the assistants are going to be walking around. They can help you with anything you need. Again, that key word, HOME, and the number 20 to 44321. So look, we're going to take a break, about 20 minutes. So you can think about it, start snatching the phone out of your pocket, get some refreshments, make your donation, then we'll come back. I'll show you the impact you've made tonight. We're also going to announce our winners of the raffle, and you're going to hear from tonight's sponsors and Community Housing Partnership's CEO, and the artists will take the stage one more time. So take a break. I'll see you in just a couple of minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, if I can have your attention, we are ready to announce the fundraising amounts. Yes. Let me just have your attention for just a moment. On stage with me now, I need your voices down for just a moment. On stage with me now is our other wonderful signature sponsor, Janice Berthold from Heffernan Insurance. Yeah. Great job.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jan Berthold with Heffernan Insurance Brokers, and I'm happy to be one of the signature sponsors tonight. Thank you. So, Community Housing Partnership is truly an amazing organization in our community. Helping people who are experiencing homelessness find secure housing is such an important thing that we can be doing, and such a worthy goal, and one that I'm very happy to support. And I'm especially happy that over 70 people this year alone went from supported housing with Community Housing Partnership into homes of their own. Wow. It's huge, yeah. This is amazing testimony to the belief that a home truly can stabilize a life. So thank you all for supporting Community Housing Partnership. And I'd like to announce that we have raised $630 with the raffle, and it's a 50-50, so the winner will receive $315.
Wow. Okay.
If you're here. So, Brian Pedersen. If Brian is not here, we'll contact him. So otherwise, you can go to the makeup place. So thank you all for supporting Community Housing Partnership.
Thank you, Janice. I don't know if you know what kind of skill it took to hold a box like this. So steady, without spilling. But thank you, Janice. We appreciate that. This has been an incredible evening. Just a few more moments. I want to congratulate everyone who won. Of course, those of you who contributed. And just thank you for being here tonight. To close our program, we get to bring up a woman who I've seen do great things for years, and you did it again tonight. The CEO of Community Housing Partnership, Gail Gilman.
So thank you all again for being here. So I know the hour is getting late, and we still have all this delicious food and wine, and I want you to partake in that. And you are the diehard folks, you know, who stayed through the whole event. There's probably a little under 100 of you here tonight, and we had over 250 who attended this event. But I think what you get to take home with you tonight, you know, as Dave said, is when we leave here tonight, wherever we're going, we're going to see individuals. We're going to see individuals in doorways. We're going to see them in tents. We're going to see people probably having very public experiences that they should be having in the privacy of their home. And what you get to walk away from, whether you're here as an individual, here as a guest of a friend, or here because your corporation decided to invest in this, is that you're fighting every day to solve homelessness here in San Francisco. So let's give you a round of applause. And what you should remember is, in my experience, which is limited, it's been only 2 decades, everyone wants the same thing in life, and this has been a newer revelation for me. My husband, who's right over there, I'm embarrassing him right now. Will tell you this has been after much thought and reflection. Every one of us, whether we're here in this room, whether we're living in a high-rise in Soma, whether we're living in a tent, whether we're a refugee on the southern border, we all want the same things. And I've really boiled it down to 3 things, actually. And this is just my hypothesis, is we want community, which I see here so richly. We want love, and we want acceptance. And when you go out tonight, what I'm gonna sort of challenge each and every one of you to do, if you feel safe, and if you think you can, is smile at that person living in the tent. Don't shy away and cross the street from the person having a bad public moment. And remember that deep down inside, each and every one of them wants what we all want, which is community, love, and acceptance, and to feel valued. And for that, I thank all of you for being here tonight. Please eat, drink merry, and I think we have like literally 15 more minutes before they kick us out of the green room, so have fun. Thank you.